What is going on, YouTube? I'm your West host, and today we're going to be taking a look at LR VEGITO Blue here on the JP Dokkan Battle. Now, I have a JP Dokkan Battle account. It's not that great. I use it mostly for holding back some of the compulsions to summon on global when I need to. But I do have some really good units on this account thanks to how old it is and how lucky I've gotten on this specifically. So today what we're going to be taking a look at is how good LR VEGITO Blue is at 55%. I was lucky enough to pull him, so I am going to be running him on the Last Resort / Potara team. Now the specific team I'm running is the Last Resort team, so you'll notice that it does have a lot of overlap with Potara and Fusion specifically. So we are able to run some of my favorite units, which are the LR Blue Fusions, as well as something like AGL Gogeta, but we also get to run God of Destruction Topo, who is a good support type unit. There is a bit of a dearth of support type units here on the Last Resort team. God Topo was the only one I had on this account specifically. But that's kind of just an unfortunate byproduct of the category itself. So what I could have done was find a 55% SDR Gogeta friend and run them side by side. Unfortunately, what I really wanted to do was find two LR Blue Vegitos, one which was mine, which was 55%, and one with at least a couple dupes. At 79%, I think you've got a unit not as good as it could be, but you're kind of nearing that upper echelon, and that's what we do have here with the friend unit. Now, I am going to prioritize my copy, as that is kind of the focal point of the video, but I do think the friend unit is going to be a deserving metric of comparison. So we see him start at 1.75. That's pretty decent given that there is a second super attack coming out and we don't have any support type on units on rotation. He's definitely not maxed out in terms of his links. He will be next turn. So all in all, that's not a bad first showing for him at all. So we are rocking AGL Gogeta. I think on here I have like one or two dupes in him. On global, of course, I have him rainbowed thanks to the 350 million or the 300 million download banner. Sorry, I got really lucky there. My fusions on here, excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. My fusions on here are also 55%. So you'll see them putting out some pretty low numbers comparatively. Eventually, we'll have each of the LR Blue Fusions with a TUR Blue Fusion. So I'll have AGL Blue Gogeta with an LR VEGITO Blue, and then Tech VEGITO Blue with Tech VEGITO Blue. That sounds weird to say, but you know what I mean. So here we are. We didn't take long at all getting them kind of out of the gate and transformed. Their defense starts out at 67,000. That's not bad whatsoever, given how high and how quick they build up. Luckily, we are against an AGL opponent here. And comparatively, yeah, they're sitting at a very similar place to their TUR. The difference is the TUR has had 3 different super attacks already to build up, so not bad whatsoever. We were able to get their 18-key super attack. That's pretty good, and they're going to be rocking at a 2 million right off the bat. That is solid. That is definitely nothing to scoff at, considering they have an additional super attack coming directly after. So yeah, 1.5. So they did an equivalent of a 3.5 million attack stat. Turn 4, not bad whatsoever. Definitely much higher than we would get out of something like UI Goku. Though UI Goku's defensive utility is much higher, in my opinion. I think also just universally. So here we have the other one transforming, and we can kind of get an idea of what a 79% VEGITO Blue is going to look like. Also, I will make a comment just from me personally. I think the transformed face we see out of VEGITO Blue, it looks a lot better on a phone screen than it does on say like a YouTube video. So if you see that and you think it looks a little bit wonky like I did, that kind of transformation art looks a lot better on the phone. It's just based on the, I don't know if it's the screen dimensions or what, but it does look much better kind of in your hand, taking up the entirety of the screen rather than smaller than a third on like a YouTube video. I don't know how to explain it, but it is much better if you're worried about that. We did get 3 attacks out of him. That's pretty awesome. And then Gogeta Blue coming in with a similar attack stat. It's actually very interesting. I need to see what kind of dupe percentage this Gogeta Blue is. But if it's comparable, it's interesting that his attack stat's pretty similar. Given that I think he's got similar amounts of defensive viability for the first little bit. Now, the Blue Fusions are amazing. They are definitely in the top echelon of the game. The real big hindrance to them is their necessity to build up. Now, we could pop their active skill. We're not going to. Defense is at 89k. Actually, surprisingly similar to the TUR, which is at 69%. Excuse me. And then he's at 69. Okay, so they're both at 69%, both TURs. Very interesting as a comparison. It's really weird to see Tech Vegito Blue kind of building up his defense so quick. The TUR. But there is 3 million. And so that's when they start taking off. Granted, this is turn 6, I want to say. So when they start taking off, they're unparalleled. And then 2 million on an additional attack is just ridiculous. The difference is the speed with which they take off. It's not quite the helicopter that something like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta would be, where they immediately are at their best kind of right out of the gate. It's also not the same kind of expedient ramp up that something like UI Goku is, where all he needs is to dodge some attacks. There he is at 2.8 with no support rotation. That's pretty solid. The main issue, and I apologize if I'm talking fast, I just get really excited for this. I am very excited for the 5-year anniversary, but the main difference is as we get deeper into a fight, these units begin to skyrocket. I mean, there he is doing a 2 million attack stat on his 3rd super attack. Damn. That's just amazing. I mean, units don't compare to that. It's just, I don't know. This is turn 7 in a battle, and the problem is, right now, the game seems to be favoring shorter events in terms of its content output. The new Infinite Dragon Ball history stages are difficult, but they're just not as kind of gobsmackingly difficult as something like Extreme Super Battle Road, which is, you know, obviously way, way more difficult. And, you know, even Battlefield, until recently, with the advent of Golden Frieza, was a pretty difficult game mode, and it was also very, very quick. The Blue Fusions were fantastic, but they weren't as, you know, monumental as Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Evolution Blue Vegeta, or Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. So, they make for a very interesting unit, they make for a very good unit. However, they have some hindrances that I think really hold them back, unfortunately. I still love them. You will. I am so excited to summon for them on Global. You have no idea. Definitely going to go much harder than I should. But, yeah, it's just going to be so exciting to get to, you know, kind of summon for them here soon. I don't know. I'm stoked, but also, ooh. So we're going to do this. This won't finish him, but we will get to see his active skill. Remember, in the 3rd slot is where you want to utilize the Blue Fusion's active skill, because they will get 3 guaranteed super attacks in that turn, and they'll get a 50% chance to dodge. So while I want to just not use how much of this... Oh, shit. I mean, darn. Sorry. Oh, darn. Wow. Okay, so what I really wanted... 120... We're risking it. This will be his 18 key, because he does give himself a lot of key. Oh, it's already an 18 key no matter what. But he does give himself key on super attack. We're going to risk it and see if he can survive. I know he gets a 50% chance to dodge, so maybe... Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's the dodge right there. And then he's at a 3.7 million attack stat. Wow. Keep in mind, this is not the 55%. This is the 79%. But still, I mean, the amount of damage he did that turn is just insane. That's half of that Tech God Coup. Now, this will be another interesting turn. We won't be able to one-shot... Well, I was going to say we're not going to one-shot him, but with the Dokkan attack, we'll see what happens. I don't mind if we die here. I feel like the demonstration's kind of been shown. Well, how much is he going to take from this? I didn't check his defense. This might kill us. If we survive... Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, while we didn't see them fully built up, that was a good demonstration of kind of the point, where we saw such a staggering difference between them at 55% and them at 79%. I think without dupes, I would be willing to declare this unit in the top 4 units in the game, or top 3 if you want to say they're tied with Gogeta, but I do think without dupes, I prefer STR UI Goku. That said, once they get dupes, I think this unit begins to skyrocket and catapult itself above STR UI Goku. And I apologize for some of the kind of the weirdness of this video. It's my first time doing an analysis kind of on the fly like this, but I think we saw this was an absolutely stunning showcase for this unit. I adore this unit beyond belief, but I do think that the STR UI Goku might be a bit better sans dupes. I don't know if you agree. Please let me know in the comment section down below, and like we always say here on the channel, I hope to see you around sometime.